Before beginning my presentation, I would like to share my genuine sincerity and appreciation to the Presidential Commission on Good Government of the Philippines and the Embassy of Switzerland for the Philippines in arranging such a good workshop. I personally hope that this workshop will be an encouraging forum to share and discuss about the benefits and challenges in the efforts of recovering proceeds of crime. Dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, as we all aware that in this globalizing world, transnational organized crime includes the crime of corruption, financial crimes, and money laundering repeatedly occur borderless. Financial crimes may involve additional criminal acts such as computer crimes, elder abuse, burglary, and even violent crimes such as robbery or murder. Financial crimes may be carried out by individuals, corporations, or by organized crime groups. Victims may include individuals, corporations, government, and entire economies. Basically, money laundering involves the proceeds of criminally derived property rather than the property itself. Money laundering can be defined in a number of ways. Most countries subscribe to the definition adopted by the United Nations Convention Against Illicit Traffic in Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substance, also known as Vienna Convention 1988, and the United Nations Convention Against Transnational Organized Crime, also known as Palermo Convention in year 2000. First, the conversion or transfer of property, knowing that such property is derived from any offenses or from an act of participation in such offenses, for the purpose of concealing or disguising the illicit origin of the property or of assisting any person who is involved in the commission of such an offense or offenses to evade the legal consequences of his actions. Second, the concealment or disguise of the true nature, source, location, disposition, movement, rights with respect to or ownership of property, knowing that such property is derived from offenses or from an act of participation in offenses. And third, the acquisition, possession, or use of property, knowing at the time of receipt that such property was derived from offenses or from an act of participation in such offenses. Dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, the ability of law enforcement officers and judicial authorities in recovering the ill-gotten assets using a modern practical strategy as well as up-to-date national laws and an effective multi-agency policy is significantly needed than ever before. The creative innovation of experts and practitioners network as a way to maximize the effort in tackling proceeds of all crime, especially transnational crime, has been proven by CARIN, Camden Asset Recovery Interagency Network, since 2004. The need of contemporary effective asset recovery mechanism has taken on a new dimension. IRIN AP as a CARIN-type network for Asia and the Pacific region, including Oceania and countries in the Pacific Rim, is proposed to be the golden bridge for experts and practitioners in exchanging information at the international level with the intention of facilitating the pursuit and recovery of proceeds of unlawful activities. The aim of IRIN AP is to increase the effectiveness of members' effort in depriving criminals of their illicit profits on a multi-agency basis by establishing itself as the center of professionals network in tackling the proceeds of crime. Through this informal network, requests for transnational cooperation will be channeled to relevant domestic agencies directly, leading to more expeditious asset recovery. Members of RNAP believe that the establishment of this informal international network will avoid the region as the safe haven places for stolen assets because globalization has abolished barriers of communication, opened up global market and interconnected gateways, as well as birthed new criminal opportunities. With ever increasing profits, serious international crime has made it possible for the leaders to distance themselves from the actual criminal act, rendering a conviction nearly unattainable. You may understand further about how CARIN and RNAP engage and work by visiting our website www.europol.europa.eu and www.arin/ap.org. Dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, the practice of recovering stolen assets remains complex. The process can be overwhelming for even the most experienced of practitioners. It is exceptionally difficult for those working in the limited functionality and resources of any task force or agencies. With this in mind, informal international cooperation represented by CARIN or RNAP is essential for the successful recovery of assets that have been transferred to or hidden in foreign jurisdictions. Informal cooperation, once again, is used among counterpart agencies to gather information and intelligence, to assist in the investigations, and to align strategies and forthcoming procedures for recovering the assets. In many cases, CARIN and RNAP has been facilitating the asset recovery of the Indonesian Attorney General Office by promoting strategic information exchange on the identification and confiscation of the proceeds of all crime, as well as guidance to MLA requests for the formal action, and with other CARIN or RNAP members, observers, and associates on an informal cooperative basis. It shows that although CARIN or RNAP is an informal international network, but it encourages international cooperation amongst law enforcement and judicial agencies. Dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, understanding that the keyword of recovering proceeds of crime is cooperation, the Attorney General of Indonesia, Mr. Basrif Arif, has initiated in establishing Asset Recovery Center under the structure of Indonesian Attorney General Office, which has the ability to engage and cooperate with any agencies, institutions, and task forces around the world. The Asset Recovery Center of Indonesian Attorney General Office is also equipped with the ability to follow the money beyond national borders and the skill to act quickly to avoid the indulgence of proceeds of crime. The objective of the Asset Recovery Center of the Indonesian Attorney General Office are, first, to cut or to keep away the criminals from access to their assets, to reduce the number of crime seeking wealth or assets in Indonesia. And second, to prevent Indonesia and Asian countries as one of the safe haven places, especially in preparation of welcoming the Asian Economic Community in 2015. The Asset Recovery Center under the structure of Indonesian Attorney General Office should be able to implement the United Nations Conventions which has been ratified by Indonesia, such as CITES, United Nations Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Flora and Fauna, also known as Washington Convention in 1975, the United Nations Convention Against Illicit Traffic in Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances, also known as Vienna Convention in 1988, United Nations Convention on Transnational Organized Crime, also known as Palermo Convention in in year 2000, and United Nations Convention Against Corruption, also known as Merida Convention, in 2003. With the above explanation, we believe that cooperation is very important because Indonesia can never work alone. The bottom line is that if offenders can establish a network to commit crimes, then the law enforcement institution should also carry out their task in an integrated way. We have to combat the wealth-oriented crimes together and so put aside our pride to give way to an effective and efficient cooperation among parties for one target, a better world. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.